Hello and welcome. If you're looking at this, which is The Dark, #1, and you're thinking to yourself, man, that cover's really dark, guess what? You're absolutely right. The chromium applied to this, or whatever this is just really hard to actually see. It reflects stuff really weird. Can't say I'm really a fan of it, although it does make the cover of The Dark look pretty The Dark. It kind of gets in the way of like actually looking at what the cover is supposed to be, you know? Also, there's a Fudang character card by Bart Sears inside. So if you're looking for a Fudang character card, you need to pick up a The Dark Volume 3. I believe that's what it said in here somewhere. Hold on. Yeah. The Dark Volume 3, and really hard to read red on gray and white text, #1. Now, of course, it says #1 out here, right? You see that? #1. Can barely make out the price. Can I even squint at it? $2.50. God, that 50 is so tiny, bro. I can't even read that. It doesn't even show up on the camera. We open up to like a crazy nightmare of like a demon stealing a baby. Like that's just where this book starts. Like I'm trying to like think like there's so much crazy stuff in here. What do I start with? And let's just start with a demon stealing a baby. Like that's where we start out in this comic book. You're like, okay. Why is that crazy? This whole book is crazy. This book is on crack. This book is on drugs, dude. We got a demon guy stealing a baby. And to be fair, the demon guy does look kind of like a demon version of our main character over here, the Dark. At least I think that's the Dark, because that's the Dark, and he looks like the guy on the cover. He's like an evil version of him, stealing the baby. And then the lady wakes up. Let me flip forward to that. No! So we have just like super jumped into a whole bunch of plot lines. You think to yourself, wait, it's a #1. How can there be a bunch of plot lines? There's a bunch of plot lines, and it's not explained like who any of these people are. There's no like text box saying, you know, Jimmy Joe, CIA. I mean, we kind of get that from the dialogue here, but why is this guy in jail? We don't know. I guess we could read all this hard to read red on gray and white text over here, but I can hardly read that. That's not a joy. That is anti-joy. We got a CIA guy bailing a Marine out of prison after the Marine did something violent. Kind of stereotypical there. Oh, let's take a look at that Fudang card. There you go. There's your Fudang card. Fudang! Our hero remembers everything. Apparently he forgot everything because in a previous book... Hold on. In a previous book, I gotta find him here. Give me a second. It's like some conspiracy corporate people who I think are time travelers from the future. Oh my gosh, I can't find them. Yeah, here we go. Because apparently they like electrocuted his brain or something in a previous issue in another volume. It's not really clear. Like we have literally just jumped in here, and our only salvation, our only hope, is to read this. And I can't. Okay, we're gonna try. We're gonna try. I'm coming up here. I'm gonna like roll in on my squeaky chair. The warrior known as Alan McGrath, aka the Dark, has been a soldier in a legion of wars throughout his immortal life. Now he has turned to a new battlefield, adopting the vigilante identity of the Dark, a rogue warrior waging a one-man war against the evils which plague New York. The Dark stalks the street of Manhattan. Okay, that's not helping us here. That just tells us he's an immortal. But the Dark faces foes far more dangerous than forces of organized crime and illegal drug cartels. Arrayed against him are other superior beings who share the Dark's immortal blood unbeknownst to anyone. Jeffrey Stockton rules the New York underworld. Neither his criminal genius nor the Dark realize the secret they share, yet they seek each other, drawn to a deadly battle for the city. Meanwhile, the Dragon, a scaly monster obsessed with human blood, stalks the Dark, seeking to destroy him, and CIA agents James Davidson and Michael Shaw, aka Gray, search for the Dark, each with their own very personal reasons. I guess Shaw was the Marine guy? I don't know. The Dark faces danger from another source as well. Soldiers from the 26th century have come back in time to kill him before he can live to become Emperor Dark, ruler of a solar system-wide empire torn by interplanetary civil war. Led by Queen Rune, the Dark's future wife, and Winchester's warlord, the time-traveling assassins attempt to kill the Dark with an advanced particle weapon. They fail in a brutal encounter which leaves the Dark in a coma for 2 months under the care of his lover, Dr. Jennifer McDonald, one of the few people who knows that the Dark is also multimillionaire Alan McGrath. Energy backlash from his attack has left the future soldiers stranded in the 20th century. Days haunted by flashbacks, unable to fully... Okay, so they do explain all this crazy stuff in here. Sort of. Putting a little text box, next to these people when they first show up, like... Jeez, I can't even find the pages. Like, just putting a little text box here that says this guy is whatever his name was, and this guy is Joe, or whatever his name is. Yeah, Michael Shaw. Just put it, Michael Shaw. Like, that would have helped. It would help make things clearer for me. I mean, I guess I can intuit it. Maybe I'm kind of an idiot. I don't know. But there's a lot going on here, including, like, a 2-page assassination attempt against this, I guess that's the dragon right here, which results in this guy getting his neck broken by one of the dragon's henchmen. When, the dragon's henchmen should have probably not immediately killed him, but taken him alive so they could interrogate him or something. I don't know. There's a whole lot of crazy, crazy stuff in here, and a little bit of ninja action. We're going to end off with part of that. Oh, there's also a love triangle, too. Like, because it's not complicated enough. The Dark is in love with, like, 2 women, or 2 women love him or something. There's also some guy who ends up like this. I don't know who that is. His name is Steve, and that's all I know. But look at this guy right here. He's like, I am so, like, into my boss that I'm going to clap my hands together and make my chest explode. And that's The Dark, issue number 1. Thank you so much for joining me on this crazy journey. I can't explain to you anything else about The Dark. You now know as much as I do. Bye-bye.